What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rob's house. Today we have another mod for the Corvette. Haven't really had much to do on the Corvette. I've been driving it a lot. Just really enjoying the car. One thing that I kind of am a little bit dissatisfied with, though, are these diffuser fins. And in particular, I really shouldn't have got the hydro dipped ones. I kind of regret that. Sorry, my car's kind of dirty right now. I should have probably just got the carbon flash ones because it would match better. This hydro dip stuff looks okay, but doesn't really match my aero, which is actual carbon, like my side skirts and my front splitter. So I decided to go with a carbon flash style replacement, but they are not these fins. We're going more aggressive. So today we're going to be installing these guys. These are the EOS Extreme Online Store massive diffuser fins. So these things should look pretty sick. I got a little stand set up. I'm going to pull the valance off of my bumper, get those old fins off, and I'll test fit these guys. Install looks pretty simple. Basically, you have these two bolt holes down at the bottom of the piece that actually go through the same bolt holes as your factory mounting location, like on the valance itself. But if you actually look here, so these 4 bolts are for the actual fins, but then these holes here have studs that thread into them. So I have the hardware, the included hardware right here. So you have these stud posts that actually thread into here. You can tighten them up with, it looks like they just have a flathead on them. So you can use the flathead to install them in these 2 top holes. And then they have these lock washers that go on it. I'll probably also line this with 3M tape just to really make sure it is secure on the valance. I've actually seen people not drill the additional holes for these in the valance in case they decide to remove them and just 3M tape the whole piece. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually drill the holes. I already drilled holes for the other fins, so whatever. I'm going to drill these additional holes and mount it more permanently the way they're supposed to be. So anyway, let me get that valance off, and then we'll test fit these and get them installed. Looks pretty easy. Basically just 2 holes to drill in the valance, and they should bolt right up. Let's see how difficult it is. All right, guys, I have had success. So check it out. These things look pretty sweet. It is worth noting that I think my carbon flash on my diffuser is like slightly faded. The color's pretty close. I don't know how well it comes through on camera, but it just looks ever so slightly off. But like I said, that's probably because mine is my rear valance is probably faded. But yeah, they look sick. I'm still happy with it. I mean, I don't really think anyone will notice. I'm just being nitpicky. I'll give you guys a better view of this in the morning. It's dark out now. I don't have any light. So anyway, I'm going to clean up my garage, put all my tools away, go to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow to show you the finished product. Guys, I forgot to say, as far as the mounting of these goes, it's not super hard. I will say I personally would not do this with 3M tape, and the reason being is that the curvature of the side here doesn't perfectly align to the curvature of the valance, so you're not going to get very good adhesion on the tape except for maybe this top part. So I personally wouldn't do that. I use the factory mounting locations, so the 2 bolts that bolt to the bottom to the factory location. There's an anchor on both sides of the car, which is one of the bolts that actually anchors to the frame. There's a metal support that holds the valance on so it doesn't flap around. And then, you know, you saw me in the time lapse drilling the 2 holes for the top, just kind of lining it up. And basically what I was doing was I was measuring from here to the reflector on both ends of the piece to make sure that it aligned evenly so that it wasn't like crooked. So if you look at it from the back, it's like dead even, which is how it's supposed to sit. At any rate, it's just 4 bolts, but I mean, mounting the bottom ones is kind of annoying. I would like jack the back of the car up to do it. It makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I mean, as long as you align those holes right, and basically what I did was I put the studs in, and when I lined it up right, you saw me like messing with the tape measure and the painter's tape to hold it in place while I measure. Then I just basically like push down on the piece and up on the valance to make like a little indentation where the studs were, so that I could mark it and drill holes. That's all there is to it. It's really not difficult. I figured I'd mention that just because I see a lot of people tape these on, and 3M tape's really strong, but that still kind of sketches me out. Like, if you're really driving your car, if you're on the track, you've hit like 150, 160 miles an hour, I kind of would want these things bolted down, personally. I don't think 3M tape on its own would do a good job. Now, with that said, I did put some 3M tape there all the same, because why not have more reinforcement, right? Like, I'm not against taping stuff. So it does have tape under there. It is bolted down properly. I did drill the extra holes. These things are not light. They're not super heavy, but they make the valance quite a bit heavier. So, you know, obviously you do you. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Anyways, let's go skip forward until tomorrow, where we can actually have some better lighting and show you guys the finished product. Here we are, guys. Next day, we have some daylight, and you can see the finished products. Happy with how they came out. They look super aggressive. Which is cool. I've seen them on a lot of cars before, so I kind of already knew what they were going to look like, but I got them nice and straight, as you can see, both sides. Yeah, overall, pretty happy with the fitment. Anyway, that wraps it up for today. As usual, I hope this video is helpful, I hope this video is entertaining, and I'll see you guys next time.